Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is today's question on LeetCode, and this question is basically daily challenge on 11th August, and the question is coin change 2. So we will read this question first and we will try to figure out how we can solve this question. So you are given an integer array representing coins of different dominations. So basically this is given to us. We are having integer array, and this integer array is representing coins of different dominations, and we have integer amount which represents total amount of money. So these two things are given to us, and what we have to do, we have to return the number of combination that makes up that total amount. Okay, so basically we have to return a number of combination through which we will get total of this amount. Okay, and if the amount of money cannot be made up by the any combination of the coins, return 0. So if we are not able to find out any combination, we will just return 0. And this is the question, and you can see that this is amount and we are having coins vector or integer of array of integer coins. So you can see that how we can make 5. So let us have a closer view for this input. So basically our amount is 5 and dominations are 1, 2 and 5. So one way is that we can take 5 and we will get our amount. Second way is that we can take 2, 2 and 1. In this way also we can get 5. Third way is that we can have 2, 1, 1 and 1. So again total is 5. And the fourth way is that we take 5 coins of domination 1. So these are the 4 possible cases corresponding to this case. And so for this case what we are going to do, we are just going to return 4. So for this input we are having answer as 4. So let us think about how we can solve this question. So basically we have amount, okay, and we have coins, and let's say we have coins as again I will write here 1, 2 and 5. So these are the coins and this is our total amount is 5. So how we can do, let's say we are on a particular index of coin, we are on any particular index of coin, let's say we are on 2. So this is a particular index, and for this particular index or for this particular domination we can have two choices. What are those choices? Either we can take that coin for our amount or we will not take it. And if we are taking this coin, so the coin should be less than this amount. Okay, so if the coin of that index, let's say the index is current, so if a coin of current is greater than amount, we will not take that coin. Okay, because our amount will be increased by, it will be exceed by amount. Okay, it will be greater than amount. Okay, so that's why we will not take that coin. So either either take that coin if it is less than or equal to that amount, or we will not take it. So what we can do, we can have a recursive function for this. So let us say the recursive function solve. So in this recursive function we will have some parameters like amount, and we will have current, and obviously we will have coins with us. So this is the recursive function, and for this case if we are taking the particular coin, our amount will be decreased by coins of current. Okay, coins of current, and we will solve for this part. And you can see that for we have done for this case that either we take coins if it is less than amount. So this is for this part. And talking about other part, we will have the recursive function again. We will solve for, again amount will not be decreased amount. And what we will do, we will go on next domination. So we will just increase the value of current, and obviously we will pass coins here, and in this way we will solve for this case. So these are two recursive cases. And talking about base case, so base cases, so what are our base cases? Like if our current is equal to coins dot size, which means we are done with all the coins. So in this case we are just going to return 0. And if amount is 0, so basically we have done with this particular amount. Okay, so in this case we have a particular combination with us, so we will just return 1. And yeah, these are the base cases. So I will box it again, and you can see that we are using some sort of recursion, and in order to reduce the time complexity, so in order to reduce the time complexity, what we will do, we will use memoization here, and for memoization we will have a dp vector, and the size of that dp vector will be nothing but amount plus 1, and another dimension should have size, coins dot size plus 1. So this is going to be our dp vector for the memoization purpose. So let us try to code this question. So we will have our integer n, which is nothing but coins dot size, and after that we will have a dp vector, so vector of int and dp, and we will have size of this dp as amount plus 1, and again vector of int and size is nothing but what, n plus 1, and we will initialize it with -1. So this vector is used for memoization. Okay, and what we will do, we will have a recursive function of type int, so int solve, and we will have a parameters as amount and an integer current index, and our vector of integer coins, and again our two-dimensional vector, that is dp vector. And for this case we will solve. So talking about base cases, so if our current is equal to coins dot size, okay, so what does it mean? We are done with all the coins and we are not getting our value, so we will just return 0. And before this, okay, and before this, if we are getting our all amount, so if amount left is nothing but 0, so basically we should pass parameter, okay, amount left. Okay, amount left. So if amount left is equal to 0, so basically if amount left is 0, so what does it mean? We are done with our total amount, so we will have a we have a particular combination, that's why we will return 1. So we have a particular combination, so that's why we have written 1, and in this case we didn't find any combination, so that's why we have written 0. And to avoid repetitive cases, so we will use memoization here. So for this we are having dp of amount left and current if it is not equal to -1. Okay, if it is not equal to -1, so what does it mean? We know the value corresponding to this amount and current, so what we'll do, we'll just directly return it. So that's why we have returned it. And what else, what we will do, we will have recursive cases. So what are the recursive cases? So int not taken, so not taken, it will be nothing but solve for amount left, and amount left will not be changed. We will go for another domination, that is current plus 1, and we will pass coins and dp as parameter again. And if taken, so taken will be initially 0. Okay, so what we'll do, we will just check that whether this amount is greater than or equal to coins of current or not, and if it is greater than coins or equal to coin, that particular coin, we will take it. So for this case our taken will be nothing but solve for amount minus current coin, so that means coins of current, and our current will be as it is, and coins and dp. So in this way we will get our coin, and what we will do, we will just return dp of amount left and current as taken plus not taken. And in our main function we will just return this value, return solve amount. So initially amount left is our total amount and our current is 0, and coins and dp. So I will write here, initially amount left is equal to amount and current is equal to 0, so that's why I have written amount and 0 here, and we will return it. And let us see whether the codes work or not. Amount, what is the error? Okay, it is amount left. Okay, so see whether the code works or not. Okay, again we have to take amounts left. Okay, so that's a silly mistake, amounts left minus coin, and here again, so this code will definitely work. Let us see again. What happened? Vector of dp. Okay, again a silly mistake. Yeah, so you can see that all the test cases are passing. So let us see for main cases. So yeah, all the main cases are also passing. So I will try to again explain this code again. So what was the main logic? The main logic was of solving this question was the recursion. What are the two cases? We are having two cases, either we take that coin or we will not take that coin. And in order to take that coin, what we have to do, we have to check whether the coin that particular coin is less than the particular amount left or not. So that's what we have done. If a coin is less than or equal to that particular amount, we will take it, otherwise we will not take it. And other cases that we will not take it, we will definitely solve for this case also. So that's what I have done here. We have two cases with us, either we take it or we will not take it. So these are the two cases and we have solved for these two cases. And in order to reduce the time complexity, we have memoization here. So for memoization, I have used this dp vector, two-dimensional dp vector. And you can see that if talking about base cases, this amount left is equal to 0, this will return 1 because we have got particular combination. And if it is done with all the coins, we will just return 0. And in order to avoid repetitive cases, we will use memoization, and again we will go for two cases and we will return the answer corresponding to these two cases. And finally in our main function, we will return the value of this function, passing parameters as amount, 0, coins and dp. So in this way we have solved this question, and I hope you understood my solution. And if you like my solution or code, you can like my video also. And if you have any kind of doubt regarding this question, you can ask me in comment section. And if you have any idea regarding this question, you can again write in comment section. And if you want to share any and if you want to see some more videos like this, you can subscribe my channel. The code link will be present in description. Thank you.